Nigga!
The NBA on 2K Sports welcomes you to Wednesday afternoon basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan, and with me tonight, Greg Anthony and Tim Legler. And now the opening lineup for Detroit. Robinson is out there with Cade Cunningham. Then there's Tobias Harris. Then it's Duren. And it's Thompson in at the small forward position. And for Chicago, Towns is out there with Thompson. Then there's Shaquille O'Neal. Then it's Jordan. And it's Brunson in at the point guard position.
Here we go.
And it's the Pistons to start out. Here's Thompson. Pass to Harris. The Pistons working the ball around now. Cunningham outside. Out to Harris. And here's Cunningham. He's covered by Thompson. Clock at 6. Tries again. Cunningham's shot is off. Here's Chicago. You know, Tim, one thing you hear about Cade Cunningham is his leadership skill.
Yeah, Kevin, he is very mature and unselfish. While this team definitely revolves around his play, he doesn't make it all about himself. And that is the difference. Yeah, that was an easy one. Cade has every shot in his bag.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Good on the triple.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Thompson outside. Pass to Harris. Duren with a screen on Towns. Harris misses. Robinson against Jordan. That falls. Nice feed that time from Brunson. Brunson's got 3 assists now in this one. Cunningham looking around. Here's Harris. And the defense really pressing up on him. Made that a tough shot. Here's Jordan. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And what you like there, Jordan never looks like he's rushing. Makes quick, solid decisions.
Now Cunningham. And again, it's the Pistons missing. Here's Towns. Takes it off the glass.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possessions.
It's really a team effort out there right now, which is great to see. No one wants to be the weak link.
Oh, big cat. Say no way.
And the dunk by Towns.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Well, the score reflects it. They've just been the better team all the way around.
And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Bam Adebayo's checked in for Shaq. Durant comes in for Towns. Grant Hill, he's checked in for Thompson. And it's Edwards in for Jordan. Stewart checked in for Detroit. Karis LeVert comes in for Robinson. Now, here's Cunningham. Shoots over Brunson. It's good from about 19 feet. Cunningham's got his second basket.
But what a steady presence offensively and a very difficult player to game plan for.
Brunson kicks to KD. That falls. Nice feed that time from Brunson.
And they are starting to pull away here as the shots continue to fall.
Well, this run has given them a bit of separation, but few leads in this league are safe.
Now here is Harris. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make, he is 1 for 4.
And it does a world of good for them to have Harris getting busy inside. Gives them that inside-out edge they're looking for.
Now here is Harris, following the miss by Bam Adebayo. Thompson passes to Harris. Now Cunningham. And Adebayo sends it back. They get it back. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And defensively, that's what you want to avoid. You don't want to foul Harris because he's a great free throw shooter.
A different look here for Detroit. Jalen Duren. He's checked in for Stewart. Holland comes in for Asar Thompson. And Marcus Sasser subbed in for Cade Cunningham.
A great find there for the open man.
Sasser with it. Pass to Harris. Takes a three. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Chicago leads by 9. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
I love how they're playing. When you combine great effort and great execution, it leads to great results.
Here are the 5 Detroit has to start the second quarter. Isaiah Stewart out there with Durham. Then there's Holland. Then there's Marcus Sasser. And it's LeVert in at the 2 spot.
And the way Adebayo gets off the floor, it almost looks effortless.
Detroit trails by 11. Here's Sasser. Pass to Holland. Duren with the screen on Hill. Here's Holland. And there's the drive. That one good for 2.
Well, the pick didn't exactly neutralize the defender, but good concentration on the finish to still get the basket.
Count it.
Agile move off the contact by Edwards, getting to his shot despite the difficult defense.
Greg Anthony Edwards is full of confidence, and it's beautiful to watch.
And rightfully so. Ant can do it all on the floor. As complete of a wing as you'll find in our league.
Oh, what a physical score from Edwards.
And once Edwards gets a step on you, it's likely going to be a bucket or a foul or both.
And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Chicago making some changes. Shaq's checked in for Adebayo. Jamison comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's George in for Grant Hill. Then for the Pistons, Thompson, he's checked in for Holland. Robinson is subbed in for LeVert. Now here's Thompson, still without a basket. There's the lob to Duren. O'Neal with the steal. George, that's a 2-pointer. Jamison the pass to Edwards. Over Thompson. That's good from Edwards on the assist by Jamison. Edwards got the lead up to 12 now for Chicago. Pass to Duren. Outside Robinson. Duren sets the screen for Robinson. And he's good on the 3-ball. Robinson's got his first 3 points of the game.
And there's the 3-point shooting ability.
Brunson kicks to Jamison. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitors.
And when you give up a 3, there's always this instinct to try and get it back immediately.
Duren laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Well, that right there is Duren's workshop. When he's that close to the bucket, he is awfully difficult to handle.
George dishes to Edwards. A shot's good on the assist by George. Edwards got 10 points in the game.
And yeah, he's not messing around. He wants no part of a comeback in this one.
Well, when you have the lead, ball security is everything. Just focus on each trip up the floor.
Finishing things off there with a dunk.
Oh, the size and the force of Shaquille O'Neal.
O'Neal is a force of nature. Once he gets it that low, it is a foregone conclusion.
Pass to Duran. Here is Robinson. Offensive rebound. Here's Sasser. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
Those are hard-earned points inside. Had to deal with some really good defense.
Edwards finds O'Neal. Shoots it up, and it falls over the rim and in. 12 points for him.
And we are seeing tonight why Edwards was selected first overall. Anthony has a special ability to score.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Stewart down low. Jamison covering. 4 on the shot clock. Thompson inside the line. It's rebounded by O'Neal. Shaq's got his 4th rebound in this one. From deep, Brunson, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. Anthony Edwards has been leading the charge for Chicago. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
Make some noise and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Please direct your attention to second court. Drums. And measuring up the shot. Give it up for the participants.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Well, and I expect they're going to continue to lean on him as we continue in this game. Why not? The way he's playing right now offensively.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. So with Butler sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Klay Thompson is out there with Durant, and it's Young, and it's Michael Jordan, and it's Adebayo in its center.
Easiest work of the night for Duran. He barely had to elevate.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for Chicago. Well, this league has some of the world's best athletes. But Asar Thompson, like his brother Amen, Tim, they're on another level.
Yeah, this guy has a top-tier burst and relentlessness to make things happen. He's already a stopper at the defensive end.
Chicago leading by 13. Jordan driving in.
Yeah, reading the defense, knowing exactly what's needed at each moment. That's one of Jordan's unsung talents.
Robinson passes to Cunningham. Harris a screen on Young to the inside. And Harris gets it to go on the assist by Cunningham. And that's now 7 points for Tobias Harris. Takes the 13-footer, pulled the shot a little up, but the bounce goes his way.
Well, you've got to love the confidence Adebayo has developed on that mid-range shot.
Robinson passes to Harris. Latre. It's Adebayo with the rebound. And Chicago has possession. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points. And Robinson wide open. He shoots. Chicago grabs the miss. Left side, Adebayo. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Adebayo's got 6.
That is smooth right there. Adebayo stretching the floor a little bit.
And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's going to make some adjustment game plan. Chicago making some changes. Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Bam Adebayo. Jamison comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Hill in for Thompson. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
And here's Cunningham. Over Young. Cunningham gets the bucket. He has 6.
Oh, nice to see Cunningham strike from mid-range. He obviously isn't afraid of mixing up his offense.
Young, no good. Detroit trails by 15. Left side, Harris. Back to Thompson. There's the lob to Duran. Stolen by Jamison. To the middle. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And Chicago leads by 17.
Yeah, great positioning by Jamison. He's right there to grab the rebound and send it back.
On the wing, Harris. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Well, my feeling is you just want to make sure it's called consistently both ways.
LeVert's checked in for Detroit. Young against Cunningham. Jordan with the screen on Cunningham. And a wide open look for Jordan. The basket good off the assist from Young. 8 points for Jordan.
Yeah, nice timing there on that catch and shoot. Jordan with such a musical rhythm to his game.
Duran finds Harris. Got a hand on it.
When your defense is challenged like that, you need guys to rise to the occasion.
Here's Chicago. They're on a 13-4 run. Hill, no good. Detroit trails by 19. LeVert the pass to Cunningham. Back to LeVert from the arc. And again, it's the Pistons missing.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
And sometimes that's all you need to do to force that miss.
And so it's Chicago with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
Well, coaches love unselfishness, and this is exactly what they're referring to.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And on the floor for Detroit here in the fourth. You've got Paul Reed, Isaiah Stewart out there with Asar Thompson. Then there's Marcus Sasser, and it's Robinson in at the shooting guard position.
Yeah, when we think about the excitement that Jordan brings to the game, but what about the offensive fundamentals? The man is a perfectionist.
Now, here is Robinson. A three-pointer, no good. Here's Hill, and he drives in, and it's Hill with the jam.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that one.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. And J.B. Bickerstaff is called a timeout. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. regroup. Then for the Pistons, Duren, he's checked in for Reed. Tobias Harris comes in for Isaiah Stewart. And it's Cunningham in for Marcus Sasser. Now, here's Thompson. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Outside for Robinson. Thompson sets the pick for Robinson. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
If he can just make a couple of buckets, though, this can all be put in his rearview mirror.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And they just keep building out this lead. With each made basket, their confidence increases.
Robinson for three. It's rebounded by O'Neal. O'Neal's got rebound number 5 here tonight. George, that's a two-pointer. Lays it up and banks it in.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
Well, you have to love the execution, and you have to love the relentlessness.
Now, here's Cunningham. Harris outside. Here's Thompson, and Thompson slams it home.
And his athleticism is really off the charts. Love seeing Thompson punch it home like that.
Here's Edwards into the lane. A shot good on the assist by Brunson. 14 points for Anthony Edwards. On the wing, Thompson. Back to Cunningham. Three-pointer. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point line.
And you see Paul George being aggressive, putting a lot of pressure on the defense with his dribble.
And this guy brings a lot of heart to his game, and that's something you have to respect. He's got that desire to make a difference on the floor.
Now, here's Cunningham. Launches from deep. From beyond the arc, and then some.
What range. Cade Cunningham opening it up.
And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for Chicago. And again, no good by Chicago. 59 seconds left in the fourth. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Cunningham for three. O'Neal with the rebound.
Well, his three-pointer just hasn't been there in the second half.
The three from KD. Drops in the tray.
And that's a scary sight for the defense. The last thing you want is for Durant to find his rhythm from downtown.
Pass to Thompson. And here is Harris. Shot clock at 6. Cunningham on the wing. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
Yeah, the clock was winding down, but Cunningham kept his composure.
Now in the three. That ball, nice speed that time from George.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you could see the killer instinct take over.
They are playing with so much confidence. They've been clutch all the way around.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And that'll do it, folks. With Tim Legler and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. And now our player of the game, Jalen Brunson.